going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can hear, pretty stuffy. Hannah and I have been sick like the last 2 months, basically, just kind of off and on. Where we had COVID, they said our immune system's never really recovered. So we just kind of keep passing sickness back and forth to each other. Fortunately, what we have now isn't contagious. Been to the doctor. Don't have the flu, don't have COVID, get tested for everything. Like I say, they said we're not contagious. It's just kind of a light cold that we just keep passing back and forth to each other. But that's why I have no voice at all. But I haven't been able to really go out in public. I've been kind of worried about going out and doing anything the last couple of weeks just because of all this and just everything going on. And we're in the process of buying some land as well. So we're in the process of buying 19 acres. And we plan on building a house on that. Again, sorry for all the clearing in my throat and everything. It's hard for me to talk right now, but haven't made any videos, but I want to get this one out. We did auction off those decanters. I don't know if you remember the decanter buy, but it was on my wedding day. I was actually on my way to my wedding, and there was a yard sale. And of course, me being who I am, I gotta stop the yard sale. So I stopped the yard sale, went in, and I ended up getting a ton of stuff from this sale. I'll link it down in the description below so you guys can see exactly, if you haven't seen that video yet, you can see exactly what we found. I ended up selling one of the decanters. We ended up with 65 of them. I ended up selling one of them. It was an old Rip Van Winkle, like an old Fitzgerald decanter. And a lot of these were still full, so I couldn't legally sell them anywhere, like online. It was either an auction setting or a dealer with a liquor license, obviously. So I ended up selling the old Rip one to a dealer. Now, I know there were auction prices between $4,000 and $5,000. I did find out eventually from a couple of people that are in the kind of, they're called Dusty decanters. Dusty bourbon, I guess, is like an old bourbon that, sat on a shelf for years, but it's still full and sealed. People will buy it and drink it. I don't know. I wouldn't drink it, but they can do them. But I ended up selling the old Rip to a guy for $2,000. Like I said, I know that it seemed to be worth more, but I found out it ended up being worth between $2,000 and $2,500. So I sold it to him for $2,000, and I'm guessing he was a dealer, had a liquor license. I'm guessing what he's going to do is he has a bar, I think, where he serves this stuff. So he bought that one, and the other 64 I put in an auction, and those all sold on Sunday. So it's been about 5 days now, and we're going to go get our money and get the list of what everything sold for and go over it. Unfortunately, I was going to do a video kind of live watching them so we could see what they sold for, but I just was not in good health at all. So I didn't end up doing that, but we're going to go grab the list of what everything sold for and the money, and we'll tell you exactly what we got for everything. We paid, I think, $280 for all this stuff. So it ended up being like $4 per decanter, I think, when I added it up. So the first one sold for $2,000, and yeah, let's go get the list and we'll go over exactly what the rest of them sold for. All right, guys, I'm back, and I wasn't able to get a list, but I did get the link to the actual website where this sold is auctionzip.com. This was an online auction, and yeah, I got all my decanters here, and we're going to go over them all and see what we ended up with. So, as you can see, the Globe decanter here sold for $40. Again, we paid $4 a piece for these, so anything we get over that is satisfying to me. Of course, it's an auction, so there are fees, but yeah, let's start here. So $40 for this one. So they passed on these. These regular decanters didn't do very well, and I didn't really think they would. I just kind of threw them in there to see if they could get rid of them. $5 for the Ezra Brooks bottles. These decanters here, $5, $4, $5, $10 for the Jim Beam. The Beam's Choice I didn't think would do very well, and they didn't do great, but they did mediocre. This one for $8, $25, $20, and $15, which is satisfying enough. $8, $8. This $50 China one, so that one was pretty exciting. I was happy with that. $8 on these. I was surprised on these. These are shots from like the 70s, and I thought these would actually sell, and they didn't sell at all. So, it is what it is on that. That's a chance you take, but
$5 for this one, $8.40 for the train. The train's actually pretty good. If you ever see this decanter, even empty, it can be worth like $200. So, not just this one, the whole train, I mean. So this one itself only sold for 40. It's just the front, but the rest of it, if there's like 4 pieces, 5 pieces. So, 15, 6, 40, and 10. So the wild turkey one, if it had been full and sealed, would have been worth like $500. But it was empty. So now you're going to start seeing us get into a little bit more value here. This one, $8.35 here, $5.20 here, and then there's a $100 Ezra Brooks one. $8.65 for the telephone decanter, and then $90 for this George Dickel one. So a pretty good row there. These were just more that were just thrown in, 8 and 10, nothing crazy. You can see this Jim Beam Bass decanter for $55, and then the Apollo one for $85. The Apollo one actually sealed, should be worth about $200 to $300, but you know, it is what it is. I knew entering these into an auction, some of them are going to go for more, some for less, and that's exactly what happened. So the ones I didn't think were going to go for very much, which are coming up, went for a lot more than expected, and we actually ended up with it kind of evens out. So the Jim Beam Soldier decanter here sold for $25. The Rebel Yell for $80. It did have a little alcohol in it, but unfortunately it was mostly empty, and this one was worth like $1,000 if it was sealed. But this is a fair price for it, guys. $5 here, $20 here. So now we're starting to get into the state ones, which are the ones I didn't think would go for more than $5 or $10. But you'll see 20. You'll see here $30, 20, 10. 15, 15, 20, 15, 50, 35, 30, and 30. And then the big one, $110 on this guy. I'm not sure why that went for so much, but that was the highest seller. 30, 15, 25, a 60, and a 45. So these did great. I did not think they would go for nearly this much. Again, $4 a piece, guys. We paid $280 for everything, and I couldn't be more happy. The auction, everything went for $1,529. So a great one. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to get back, but yeah, couldn't be more happy, guys. I'll see you guys in a second.
All right, guys, so that was all the decanters that sold. All in all, we did pretty well. I'm happy with it. We ended up selling everything for $1,529. So with the Rip Van Winkle one, we ended up going for like $3,500 around there. I'm not sure how much fees he's going to take off this, but he's a friend of mine, so we usually work it out. I do a lot of stuff with him. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. We're thinking about maybe doing for yard sales this year, buying some stuff and putting it into auction and seeing how it does. I think that would be a lot of fun, actually. Just kind of watching stuff, and we're gonna go to some live auctions here and there as well. We plan on doing that, and then also we would like to put our stuff in the auction and then be able to record it and actually watch it. But like I say, I was gonna watch this live, guys, but and record that, but I've just been so under the weather, so sick, we just couldn't do it. So but I did definitely want to go over this with you guys. We did buy this. This was I'm pretty sure the very last or second to last yard sale of the year. So we ended up cleaning up. We got some more stuff from that sale as well that was worth about $2,000. So, and we paid like I think it was $20 for like all that stuff. So yeah, we did really well, guys. We made almost $6,000 on this one sale. So pretty great. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video.